Hi, I'm Mrs. Terlop's mom, and today I'm going to read a book called Morris Has a Cold. This book was written and illustrated by Bernard Wiseman. That's pretty cool. Mr. Wiseman wrote the story and he also drew the pictures to illustrate his story. This is Morris. He's the moose. He's the one with the cold. And this is his friend Boris. Boris is going to try to take care of Morris. Morris and Boris. Morris has a cold. Let's start. Morris the moose says, I have a cold. My nose is walking. Boris the bear said, you mean your nose is running? Morris said, no, my nose is walking. I only have a little cold. Boris said, let me feel your forehead. And Morris said, I don't have 4 heads. I only have 1 head. I know you don't have 4 heads, said Boris. Okay, let me feel your 1 head. Boris said, your 1 head feels hot. That means you are sick. You need some rest. You should lie down. Morris lay down. No, not here, said Boris. You are sick. You must lie down on a bed. Morris asked, what is a bed? Well, said Boris, a bed has 4 legs. Oh, said Morris, I will not lie down on a bed. I might get hurt. Boris said, how can you get hurt if you lie down on a bed? And Morris said, a bed has legs. I might fall off when it jumps and runs away. Boris said, beds do not run. They do not jump. Beds just stand still. Why, said Morris, are they lazy? No, shouted Boris. Beds are not lazy. Beds are, oh, come with me. I will show you a bed. Here's a bed right here. Here's a bed. Come over here. Lie down on the bed and cover yourself with these blankets. Don't cover all of yourself with the blankets. Boris said, why did you cover your head? Morris said, because my head has the cold. Boris said, your head should not be covered. Then Morris said, chew! Morris sneezed. Boris covered Morris's head. Here, said Boris, I found some Kleenex. Pull the Kleenex out like this, one at a time, and blow your nose into the Kleenex. Morris started pulling out the Kleenex, a lot of Kleenex, and Boris said, you're pulling out a lot of Kleenex, and Morris said, I have a lot of nose. Morris coughed, and Boris said, how does your throat feel? And Morris said, it feels hairy. No, said Boris. I don't mean on the outside. How does it feel inside? Morris started to stick his hoof down his throat and said, I will see. No, shouted Boris. Just open your mouth and let me look inside. Boris said, you have a sore throat. I know what's good for it. I will make you some hot tea. Hot what? Asked Morris. Boris said, tea. Don't you know what tea is? Yes, said Morris, I know what tea is. Tea is a letter like A, B, C, D. No, yelled Boris. Tea is, oh, wait, I'll show you. So Boris got a stove and he put a teapot on the stove with some water in it and he boiled the water and he made some tea and he said, drink. It will make your sore throat feel better. Morris coughed again. Oh, here, said Boris, I found a cough drop. A cough what? Asked Morris. Drop. And then Morris dropped the cough drop on the ground. No, you put it in your mouth. It will make your sore throat feel better. So Morris put it in his mouth and chewed it. No, said Boris. No, you chewed it. You're supposed to suck on it. Morris said, I'm hungry. All right, said Boris, I will make you something to eat, but first stick out your tongue. Morris said, I'm not going to stick out my tongue. That's rude. And Boris said, stick out your tongue. So Morris did. Boris said, that is so rude. Stop. Morris said, I told you it wasn't nice. And Boris growled, but you're not doing it the right way. See? That's how you do it. Boris looked at Morris's tongue, and he said, your tongue is white. Your stomach is upset. And Morris said, can you see all the way down to my stomach? No, said Boris, I did not see all the way down to your stomach, but because your tongue is white, I know that your stomach is upset. I know just what to do. You should eat some soup. Some what? Asked Morris. Soup. Soup is, oh wait, I'll just show you. So he put some soup mix on the pot, and then Boris said, here is a nice bowl of soup. Morris licked the soup. No, use the spoon. So Morris put the soup in the spoon and licked the spoon. Boris said, no, put the spoon in your mouth. Boris put the spoon in his mouth, the whole spoon. No, said Boris, let me feed you. And so he fed Morris some soup. Boris ate some soup too. Then Boris said, it's getting dark. Go to sleep. If your cold is better in the morning, I will make you a big breakfast. A big what? Morris asked. Boris said, breakfast. Breakfast is, oh, just go to sleep. In the morning, Morris said, I feel better. My nose is not walking. My one head is not hot. My cold is better. Make me a big breakfast. All right, said Boris, but you have to do something for me, Morris said. What? Never get sick again. And that's the story of Morris Had a Cold, written and illustrated by Bernard Weisman.